Oh my goodness gracious!
I wasn't expecting that.
It's authentic.
So it's authentic. There's no perpetrating. So
This is me. I ain't trying to be nobody else.
Blue Tigers Fitted show. Internet's back again. Another week, another time to F things up. Got my man Scumbag Sherm.
What up, though?
Yeah, what up, though, Sherm? What up with you?
I can't call it, Teak.
Yeah, is it just you or is it another guy there?
Nah, it's just me tonight.
Okay.
Just me tonight.
Thought the Scumbag was somewhere else. Still there.
He's still over here.
And the Scumbag's still there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you one of them like cartoon characters, nigga, like try to be a whole nother you. And then you go on through this storyline. And then somewhere along this line, you feel like this new person you're not trying to be.
I don't know how to take that.
Then all of a sudden, you really break out.
We'll see how the story unfolds then, I guess.
Bring my friend back.
Scumbag on that new, was it a New Year, New You?
Yeah, New Year, New You. This nigga's hashtagging New Year, New You. Oh,
Every day.
Oh, Jenny Craig ass nigga.
Jenny Craig.
Oh, motherfucking.
Protein shake
you protein shake Sherm. Hey.
You say you try to live right one time.
Listen. It's been 2 weeks. Listen.
It's been 2 weeks. Niggas like, nah, fuck that.
Me and the internet just want to know. Did you get one of them silver suits yet? Your big ass hopping one of them little silver suits?
Nah,
looking like a bunch of aluminum, like a fucking baked potato at Planet Fitness?
It ain't time for all that.
Oh, it ain't time for that? What you do, man, when you go to the gym, man?
What you mean?
When you go to the gym, how you work out, man? What you do, man?
You do gym things, right?
Gym things.
That was a gym thing.
Wait, tell us,
You
scumbag.
lift weights.
How does a
you hit the
scumbag lift
machines,
weights?
You hit the fucking.
What you hitting? 10-pound dumbbells, nigga?
No, guy.
Yeah, it's
You
over
see
there.
that? He's trying to play me.
Wait a minute.
He's
Wait a minute.
charged
Definitely
up.
is.
He's charged up.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
I just want to know,
charged up.
what does a scumbag
I'm
go
not
to the
mad
gym
at
and do?
you.
Can you see Sherm really loading his own weights on the fucking bench, Tom?
If anything, I see Sherm going there. He one of them niggas that sit on the bench, right? And he act like he about to do some shit, but he really just looking at the mirror at the bench next to him or behind him and shit, bending over and shit.
How
like,
your titties? My titties are fine.
Yeah, don't never lift shit.
I'm disappointed y'all playing me tonight.
I ain't playing.
But I'm saying, a scumbag lifts weights. So what you just go load your own shit, just get over there and be like, the bar is like 80, nigga. Can you push the bar up?
Yes. What kind of questions are these?
I'm just asking.
I don't know how to take these questions. Like, I'm disappointed.
What you bench,
I'm disappointed with the question.
What you bench?
I mean, yeah, I can put them up,
About 135? 140?
I don't know. I haven't really tried all that.
So what weight you throwing there? What you throwing? 100 pounds?
You're
Nigga?
asking a
Plus
lot
the
of
bar?
questions.
Why don't you just ask that nigga last time he been in the gym? Why you just sitting there? You just taking the
Don't worry
shit.
about it, nigga.
Spit that shit back, son.
The Birdman over here. I ain't
Oh.
tripping.
Hey, I got the only muscle that count. I keep trying to tell you that.
I don't know what that means. And I'm going to leave that where it is.
Regular ass Tom. How you doing so regular?
Good, baby. I'm
good
I'm
today?
enjoying this shootout over here.
The shootout? Yeah, man, that's right.
Right, it is. It really want to
Goodness.
fire back. Come on, man.
I walked right into it.
Yeah,
I'm a little
soybean Sherm
disappointed,
over here.
Sherm.
Where's my friend at?
I don't know.
Bring him back, internets. The same nigga you heard 6 months ago.
We'll do a little Instagram post, the milk box carton and shit.
Yeah, I need. Where's that little Facebook shit that come up talk about our friendship in 3 years that we know each other? Today you've been friends for 3 years, knowing niggas knowing you over half your life.
That's crazy.
Little record spin, a little people move and shit. I need that in my life, internets, man. Yo, check this out, man. Shout out to Freddie P, man. Shout out to theheatfactory.com. Sherm and I had a chance to go and actually visit the event. I know we were promoting it all last week for him. And dope event, man. At the firehouse, legit at the firehouse.
Yeah, for sure.
You didn't know whether you had to bring that fire with you to the house or the firehouse was going to be smoked out.
Yeah. Shout out Fred put it right in the hood. It was super authentic, man.
Super authentic.
In the firehouse, in the middle
Chicken
of it.
was cooking.
Yeah, he had a lot going on.
Had a lot of chicken, a lot of meatballs. Niggas eat chicken and meatballs.
Good merchandise, cops with
Good
things
merchandise.
From, so, it was a good look.
Good look, man. Good event, man. Shout out to Premium Pete, man. This last week's episode, we played the Premium Pete show, which was pretty dope. He came through the Connected Experience podcast, AJ and SJ. We got to get those cats on the show. 2 months, man. They only been in the game, trying to podcast, trying to come up in the game.
Hey, that's real.
That's real, right? 2 months meets 2 years. Like, nigga, we can show you where we fucked up. And try not to do it. You know what I'm saying? But Sharon, man, we got a special guest.
Special guest
in
tonight.
Studio One, man. Go ahead and announce our guest, B.
Studio One tonight, man. We bring you Detroit's own, man.
Detroit's own
rapper, singer, entertainer. Shit, man. I don't even know. It's a lot you can call us, man.
Okay.
Been performing for a while. You know, he's been doing his thing. He just dropped his debut album, actually, dude. And it's actually pretty fire. Let's give it up. It's called To Know Me.
To Know Me.
One and only Pierre Anthony.
Pierre Anthony, man. Clap it up. What up, man? Welcome to Studio One.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I'm disappointed you walked to a little bit of a crew fight down here. You got the crew fight.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring my friend back.
Yeah.
But nah, man, I'm glad you came through, man.
Thank you for having me, man. For real.
Yeah, you know, I know we all kind of connected, you know, certain kind of ways. So, you know, I figured we have you on finally. You've been doing your thing, performing around the city for a long time, man. So, you know, tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you're a rapper, singer, songwriter. You know what I'm saying? You out here?
Man. You know, rapper, singer, arranger, composer, writer, husband, father. You know what I'm saying?
Natural, huh?
You know, I just got all the qualities of what real niggas should do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hear that, Sharon? Real niggas.
Born and raised, you know what I'm saying? Born and raised on the west side of Detroit. What up to Brightmo? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Born in Brightmo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And for the internets that don't know what Brightmo is, right? Because it's a person listening to from Vegas right now, person from Philly listening. Brightmo is
The hood.
the hood.
You know what I'm saying? So I was born in Brightmo, raised on 7 Mile, you know what I'm saying? So I read 7 Mile to G Block, what up?
What up?
Greenfield, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, just been doing this music shit, you know what I'm saying? Letting it take me where it go. You know, so I just got back from Arizona back in October.
AZ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my people out in Phoenix, man. I fuck with y'all heavy. I'll be back. I might be moving out there next year. So don't be surprised.
Yeah, you say you tired of the cold, huh?
Yeah, you know, I've been in Detroit my whole life, man. So
Yeah.
it's just time to do something else, man. So I'm gonna let this year play out. Let my daughter graduate from high school. This is my youngest.
Nice.
Once she gone, man, it's about that time.
It's about that time.
You know, prepping to pack up because now I ain't got no more kids in the house. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
you're taking the talents to Tucson. Right?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love the D, man. And you know the D gonna always be my home base because I got so much invested here.
Right.
And I started here, man. So I'm never gonna forget. And then I'm from here. So, you know, I ain't never gonna forget about home, but
Nah,
it's time to go.
I ain't mad at it. I've been pleasure, you know what I'm saying, to been able to see you create and perform, and I've seen you personally, you know, go from bars to singing to doing your own beats, doing your music. Is it all something you started? You know what I'm saying? Are you a savant or are you like a student of the game?
Savant, there's the word.
Funny thing is, man, I think I'm a little bit of both, man, because I got a lot of knowledge from a lot of the, you know, OGs, you know what I'm saying? And but for the most part, man, it was just I started off rapping. I used to battle rap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't really focus on singing, even though I knew I could sing. I didn't really focus on singing till after I came home, you know what I'm saying, from the joint.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started doing it in the joint as a way to kill time and just, you know, have everybody have something uplifting to actually come to the yard. So,
Yeah.
so I would just be at the yard at the table, and I start seeing the responses.
Yeah.
Like niggas was filing to the table by the droves. Even the police would come and wouldn't even shut the yard down because I'm going. And that right there was like, oh, this is what it is right here.
And you talking about the old school beating on the table.
Just
Yeah.
look, I
Kitchen
had a
table.
room key. I had my room key and a pen. And I would have my whole notebook outside, and I would just spit my raps and spit my songs and do my hooks and then break it down and then have somebody else spit their verse. And like I was throwing full concerts on the yard.
Crazy.
And so it's like when I'm seeing the response I'm getting from these hardened ass criminals, these niggas ain't never going home.
Right.
So this some shit that, you know what I'm saying, like it showed me like, hey, this what you supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of OGs in there was like, dog, when you go home, dog, don't come back to this shit because I'm gonna kill you myself. You know what I'm saying? Like flat out.
That's real shit.
It would be a waste of talent. And so when I got out here, you know, that stuck with me because I'm like, shit, I ain't going back fucking with them niggas. Niggas gonna stab me for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? I done been through it once. Ain't no need to go through it again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I came out here and it worked.
So let me back it up then. Like to know me, the opening track. You know, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Okay.
So grew up in the roughest area, right? So how was like life growing up in Brightmo? You know what I'm saying?
Motherfucker,
Talk about
man.
that because again, the internet. You're talking to the internet that don't even
Oh,
know.
yeah,
They ain't from
yeah,
Detroit.
yeah,
Tell
yeah.
them
You know
about
what I'm
that.
The whole world might
Well,
hear
Brightmo, you know what I'm saying? Brightmo, you know, spans a radius of 3 miles.
Okay.
It goes from Evergreen to Telegraph east and west.
Right.
And it goes from 96 to the south to Puritan to the north. It's a really big. It's the largest neighborhood in the city of Detroit, but it's also the most forgotten neighborhood in the city of Detroit. Because it's so far west. And coming up, man, it was crazy because I was with my mom. We stayed down the street from the Smith homes. I stayed on a dead end street called Hayton.
Okay.
Right on Kendall. It's like the second house out the corner. And none of that's there anymore. Which is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I went back over there to shoot a promo video for the album. And everything was gone. My whole neighborhood was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, right.
So it's funny, man, because Brightmoor is it's tough. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? I remember times my mama then ran niggas out the house with the pistol, like, hey, watch out, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, she doing what she had to do to survive, you know what I'm saying? Take care of me. And it's real, dog. You know, it's just like any other hood around the country, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
From the hood, you know, you go through, you see the crackheads, you see the dope fiends, you know, you see the dope houses.
Right.
You see the trapping, you know what I'm saying? But my mama, you know, made a way to get us up out of that shit. So when we moved to the mile, you know what I'm saying? We moved to the mile when I was 10 years old. And at that time, the mile was like the place to be because it's like the nice hood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when you start meeting the niggas over there, it's like,
you realize
this shit like being in the mall. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The house is just
the house is just better, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got caught up in my own little shit, you know what I'm saying? Because my guidance level was like non-existent because my mom worked 2 jobs.
Right. So that's mom's in the crib, mom's pops? Or?
Pops was, you know, I know my pops, you know what I'm saying? Me and Pops are great friends to this day.
Yeah.
Pops has been in and out of my life, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because, you know, he had his own demons he had to fight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's you know what I'm saying? That's no play down on my pops.
Sure,
I love my pops. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't around 24/7. Let's just say that.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And but that's still my nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know what it is.
Did your parents bring any musical influence?
Of course. My father sing, my mama sing.
Oh, so this is all in the bloodline.
It's all in the bloodline. All my aunties sing. All my uncles sing.
Wow.
Like I come from a family of singers. Like,
so was it like church singing or was it like
mostly, I started off in the church as always, you know, the typical story. You know, I went to the church. But
Whitney Houston,
I was the little kid. Yeah. I was the little kid. You know, my dad used to play Prince.
Right.
Like when I was 2, 3, 4 years old, he has every Prince album he ever made. Literally.
Sherm has a pair of them assless chaps pants.
Super
Come on, Sherm. Do something, man.
Super pause.
Ain't that the one you work out with? You put the YouTube video on?
Yeah, that's good. You gotta shoot back.
What you do to this man?
You gotta shoot back, bro.
What did you do to this man?
When Dove's crying, he's thinking,
God.
crazy.
He been thrashing.
What did you do to this man? Like, what? Did
I could see on that one.
Y'all on the mic
That
or
was
something?
funny as
Like,
hell. I'll give you that. One time, I'll give him that one. That was pretty funny. Y'all niggas are stupid. I come, you know, I ain't worried about him. Anyway, we was talking about PA.
Pops used to play Prince and shit, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when we go to church, I'd be the kid in the audience, loudest one singing like motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But my mom, man, and my pops, man, they voices is incredible.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
what's
I'm
up, man.
saying? So it's crazy. I got it through the blood.
So now, mom and pop sang, all right, and then that's the dope thing I like about you is because, you know, when we were growing up, you know, we all around the same age. When we were growing up, people that rap typically would have somebody else singing on the hook, right? Like we'd always hear a female or another male like singing the Danny Browns or the Michelle A's or the, you know, whoever singing on a rap hook. The thing I respect and appreciate about your music, because everybody can't do it. Like there was a time frame, you know, and I want to say like the 50 Cent era where people were coming up rapping and then kind of singing their own hooks type thing. It's very unique, man. How did you come up with this like eclectic sound? Because we've had people on our show before, man, who had a quote unquote Detroit sound, and it sound like the same strip club sound. You know what I'm saying? Like there's that track on there with old girl Stephanie that you got. Christian? Yeah. And it's so it's an eclectic sound. Like how did you come up with that type of beat?
I can't take the credit for that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The actual sound came from my producer, which is Cool Beans. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He go by Dean Beans now. But his old name was Ren saying Cool Beans. So if you know him, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all check him out too. His shit is cold as fuck.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he's the one who actually took me to that level of stepping outside of the comfort zone.
Okay.
So when you hearing all of this production, you know what I'm saying? I contributed to a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But 90% of it is Dean.
So what does that do for you in your style? Like
It actually-
you've been used to doing one thing for so long, and now you hear this.
It makes me, like I said, it makes me step outside of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
It makes me step outside of the box and say, well, damn, I want to pull content in on this.
Sure.
I want to do something here on this. So, of course, the whole album is content strong because that's just the type of person I am.
Do you get hyped when you hear that shit? Like, yo, how can I write to this? How can I do this?
I mean, because it's like when I hear beats, like, I ain't really particular about what beat I spit on or what beat I say. I don't care. You can put anything on, I'll
let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm one of them type niggas. So when I hear something that I really, really think is different, I focus harder on it.
Okay.
Which is why it took so long for the project to get finished, because I had been promoting the project for almost 2.5 years, 2.5, 3 years, but it just never came out. And then I had a different name for it. And so when I finally said, you know what, this gonna be my introduction to the world. So why not just say, just get to know me? But instead of saying get to know me, I just said to know me. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. You know, you say you try to bring different content. Now I noticed in your video, or at least the single, My Influence, the Malice Green shot. That's pretty crazy, right? You know, a lot. That was like our own, what's my man, Rodney King? That was like the Detroit version.
Yeah, but he died.
But he died, it was way more unfortunate here. You threw that in the video, you know, what's the message you're trying to convey to the world out here? You know what I'm saying?
And there was actually a few messages that was actually in the video that probably subliminally nobody saw. Like at the beginning of the video, when everybody's talking about they can't hear, and I go into the track, it says art in a living context. You know what I'm saying? And then when you look at the mural is actually located on Grand River and 14th too. So
right.
If you look at the mural, you got Geronimo, the Native American. You got Malice Green, Ayanna Jones. You know the situation with that. You know what I'm saying? And then it says our land until death. You know what I'm saying? So the message is, this our home. You can't take what we founded. You know what I'm saying? Because we built this city, man. Without us, this wouldn't even be no city.
So how did politically charged 40 Acres, man? How did that come about?
Those are real experiences.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me. You know what I'm saying? The one about the white girl specifically, I was at Burt's on Russell Street.
Okay.
And I was going to do an open mic venue, and I had went to the bar to grab a drink. And the white girl grabbed her purse and pulled her purse up. And I turned and I looked, and I just smiled. And I said, yeah, let me get a double shot of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then they called my name to sing. So I go on stage and I sing and I blow the house down.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden she comes to me and says, oh my God, you're so phenomenal. I thought you were gonna rob me.
Well.
So me being the facetious asshole that I am, I said, well, if I was the old me, I would have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I'm offended by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, why would you even judge me before you even judge? Bitch, you don't know me from a can of paint. But it fucked her up. So, and then with, you know, the white boy shit, you know, when I was out, I used to hang out in Hazel Park a lot. Shout out to my cousins. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of racist shit going on out there. You know what I'm saying? That whole Oakland County premise, that Macomb County premise, dealing with motherfuckers out there. It's just a lot of racial shit going on with that shit. And then just being in prison and dealing with the people in there, the police officers, black too, because they're racist as well. Because they in a position of power, they feel like they can say and do anything they want to do to you while you incarcerated and going through this rough patch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they treat you like animals in there, bro. And so I had to stop bullshitting and acting like I didn't see it, because I don't talk about it on Facebook. I don't put it on the gram. Because first of all, that's not a good look when you're trying to build your character as an artist. You know what I'm saying? But don't think I don't see it, and don't think I'm not gonna address it.
Right.
When it comes to my music.
So you don't think those kind of experiences help you to grow with your base though? You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. I mean, I think it does, but also in a sense too, you can become politically correct or politically incorrect in the ways that you direct your statements when you put them in word form. See, people don't know how to read. You know what I'm saying?
Context,
I mean, let's just keep it 1,000. You know what I'm
too.
saying? 75% of Detroit residents is illiterate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a statistic that shows that a lot of people are illiterate and can't read between the lines.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm just it's fucked up.
You laughing at it?
No, I'm definitely not laughing at it. But it's fucked up.
So if you can't read, then you're not gonna be able to understand the context that I'm even saying my statement in. So you're quick to always punch back and think somebody firing shots. And most of the time that's not even the case. You know what I'm saying? I'm just stating my opinion. I'm entitled to that. If I don't like what the fuck you doing, I'm gonna tell you I don't like what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't come on here to be having arguments with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? I'm not about to argue with you about something. Damn, Bob. It's already in the world. I stand by it.
True that. Right. True that. So let me ask you about You Don't Love Me. Okay. For the internet's listening in, it's a dope track. And specifically, because it's on YouTube, live at the open mic.
Yeah.
So talk about the song, You Don't Love Me. And then I want you to talk about your experience at live at the open mic and what that was for people that don't know what that is.
When I started performing You Don't Love Me, it got mad love at open mics.
Yeah.
Like every time I go to an open mic, like even now to this day, I can't do a performance without doing that song.
Really?
Like it became,
dude, but it's dope.
It became like, and it's fact. It became like a staple. And it's funny because although niggas like it, the women like it more.
The women love it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw the responses.
And it's like it's crazy because it's like, you know, I wasn't expecting that with that song. I was just talking about a real life experience that I went through.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I got locked up. I was with a chick who I really, really cared about and I really loved, and she said she would wait for me. And then 2 years later, into my bit, she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then she get married, and so I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
You know and I'm like, damn, no wonder you wasn't fucking with me. No wonder. But I was being selfish and not understanding that, you know, my time was a long time. I did 7 years. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, 7 years is a long time for anybody to wait on anybody.
Sure.
You understand? So, I mean, being more grown up now, I get that. But then I didn't give a fuck. So I just start writing. And then I start doing it on the yard. It was like, do that song. So when I came to the open mics, I'm like, fuck it, I'll do this song, see what they do.
Yeah.
And everywhere I went after that, they like, do that song.
Yeah, because it's dope because you got this dope melodic melody in the beginning of this, right? Like you're legit singing in the middle of this. And he switches it up on your ass. Like, yeah, fuck that. Let me talk about this bitch. Let me rap that shit about this shit. And it goes off, but it all flows and it makes sense. And like you said, it's a real situation. It's for a time in your life. And it happened. And the way you portray it, man, it was dope. Like people, like I said, the audience, man, in that YouTube video, internet, y'all got to check that out, man. You Don't Love Me live at open mic. Pierre Anthony, check it out, man, because the video's done up in black and white. Yeah, I like how the video was done up, and it was just real authentic.
And we did it at a real cafe. We did it at a cafe. We did it at an open mic event. It was
was that here in Detroit? Or
it was
that
in Detroit.
Okay,
it was on Cass Avenue. What's that place called on Cass?
Was it
the Underground? Yeah, it's right on Cass between.
It wasn't Cass Cafe. Was it Cass Cafe?
It's on. No, it's on Third.
Okay,
it's on Third and Prentice.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It's right between Prentice and Willis, right?
Okay.
And it's a little underground cafe.
Real low key.
It's low key as hell. Yeah. But it was such a dope venue, and it was mostly women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. You got some of them at first. It's like, okay, who's this dreadhead nigga up here? What he about to say? He about to rap. Then it was like, oh. And I was like, Pierre, wife better be up in the audience. Like, hold on, bitch.
But it was so organic because the thing is, you know what I'm saying. I love my wife for this too, man. She plays her position when I'm on the public. She don't run around acting like she my wife. She run around like she my manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, see, we separate business from personal.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing with our relationship, and that's why it works. Because I can go out and flirt with any woman I want to, and she can be right there in the room. But the fact that I'm doing it in your face shows you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do no sneaky shit. If I wanted to go home, I could go home, but I'm going home with you. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. She can do the same thing because there's a lot of niggas be on her.
Right.
So it's but I don't trip. Hey, do you?
Right.
Be like, nigga, I serve 7. You better be careful. You know what I'm saying?
So with that being said, you know, with that being from a live performance, do you prefer at the end of your project you have like live versions of it? Yeah. So do you prefer creating in the studio, or do you prefer conveying your songs on stage?
That's interesting.
Like, do you prefer one or the other, or is it just
like,
is it different moods for different times?
It depends on my mood. Like, when I'm on stage, man, I usually just go with the flow. Like, especially, I love performing with a live band. Let's get that clear. Because if I'm with a live band, I can ask them to play something and they can catch it, or they just hear my voice and then just pick up on it, and we just vibe like that. I just like the vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In the studio, it's a little different because it's more structured. You know what I'm saying? I got to set everything up. I got to make sure this is on key. I got to make sure this is on point, as opposed to just doing it.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying? Then I got to layer everything, and I love both vibes, but they're just two different vibes, and so I never really thought about my preference level when it came, because I like to do both.
Both. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I'm saying.
That's
I don't
what's
know.
up.
That's what that is.
Man, that's crazy. Any upcoming performances scheduled coming up soon? People can catch you out live.
Damn, I do got some upcoming performances. If I'm not mistaken, I know the 19th of February. I need to make sure, because I don't want to just say I got performances and then don't know the days, I don't know the time.
I know
I don't know nothing.
Let me ask you. I always wondered about the couples that business. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the husband and wife. You know, power teams out here. Is it? It's just a trust thing, I guess. You find that way easier to deal with than a typical manager.
Me and my wife been knowing each other. You know, my wife is his cousin.
Shout out to L Bug in the house.
You know what I'm saying? So
he in the back.
I mean, so that's, you know what I'm saying. So my wife is his cousin. We
Right.
went to school together. We pretty much grew up together. So, and we from the same hood on 7 Mile. So I've been knowing her since I was 15 years old.
So like you said, the circle is very small.
It's very small, very small. And
Okay.
How would you describe your music for people listening into our show now and say, all right, Teak, y'all got Pierre Anthony on. Who fucks this motherfucker, man? How would you describe your music?
I describe myself as being a hybrid.
Okay.
Because I can do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I can do everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I do pop. I'm in a rock band.
Yeah.
I can do jazz when it's necessary. I can do R&B. I can do hip hop. I can do trap. I can do whatever it is you ask me to do.
Sure.
Or you need me to do. I can do the reggae.
So
thing.
you mentioned Prince though. Who else do you look up to for your inspiration, man? Prince definitely was one of them growing up, but anybody that you're inspired by,
man.
now when you make your music, like a certain sound or even a flow.
You know what? I like when it comes to production.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to production, I like 40 from OVO.
Okay.
The Drake beat.
Shabib.
The melodic dark sounds.
I really love that sound.
I
see why Drake is killing everything.
And why he's keeping them healthy.
Because that sound is so crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then of course,
Drake.
And I know everybody
I know.
think, you know what I'm saying, like automatically I'm gonna say Dre or I'm gonna say But like production wise, I like Timbaland.
Okay.
I
Fat
like
Timberland or skinny Timberland?
Fat Timbaland.
Okay.
Old school Timberland. Aaliyah Timberland.
I'm the same way.
The one who was creating his own drum.
The black album Timberland with the big ass Jabba Juice Timberland. That's what
Pharrell.
Oh, absolutely.
NERD Pharrell.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that whole genre.
That's crazy.
Like I said, 40 from OVO. If I had to go with a new sound, I like Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
I like Metro Boomin. You know what I'm saying? That's just from production standpoint. Now, when it comes to just music, period, 3000.
Right.
K West. You know what I'm saying? Because even though the nigga's a nutcase, the nigga's a genius.
And
you know
typically our geniuses are nutcases.
Right.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him at all.
I noticed everybody you mentioned got that all around talent. Too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They can do everything.
Yeah. So
Like,
I can see how that rubs off on your sound.
Yeah. And then, of course, everybody from the D. Because even the trap stars and the dope boys in the D, man, give me a lot of inspiration.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know that lane too. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't glorify it or partake in it as of now. You know what I'm saying? I had my times where I felt like I was that nigga too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I can appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's not saying I agree with everything they say, but I can appreciate the music. And I can appreciate the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
So you put your Buffy, you retired your Buffies, is what you're saying? You put your Buffies away?
Yeah, that shit's over with. Man. I never wore buffs, man. I've never had a pair of buffs. My homeboy got killed over a pair of buffs. That was fake. I ain't never.
Yeah.
I ain't never fuck with that shit. I ain't never like ice or chains or none of that shit. I just like money. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you can take that how you want to take it, but I don't do all that. It just draw too much fucking attention, unwanted attention.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and I'm
true.
like, I ain't never did the rims, but I had cars. As long as I'm driving, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
As long as I get from A to B.
I've had a car. I had a car every year since 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. As long as I can drive, goddamn,
I know that's
where I
right.
got to be.
What do you see? So obviously, again, getting your music out there to the people, man. What do you see? Obviously, been in the game a little bit, promoting projects. What do you see for the people, the younger cats, man, that's listening? Like the more common mistakes they may make coming up, because obviously you've been there, done that, tried some things, it's worked, other things haven't. What is like the biggest thing people are listening in that want to rap, that want to collab in their own city, that you could give them advice wise?
Just be smart about the relationships you establish.
Okay.
Far
as
understand that when like, because most of the time when people deal with people, they're dealing with people that they know or that they're friends.
Right.
Understand, business ain't personal. Personal ain't business.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta know how to separate the two.
Mm-hmm.
Understand that if you're, I mean, it's just like with anything that you buy in the street.
Yeah.
If you're asking for a service,
Mm-hmm.
be compensated for your service that you're rendering.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
how do you think, so if that's the case too, how do cats know like how much they should even charge?
It depends.
Right?
I mean, it depends because compensation doesn't always mean monetary.
Mm,
You
right.
know, it can be a bartering system. It can be, you know, okay, I do this for you if you do this for me. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
There
you know
you
what I'm
go.
saying? Pause. But you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure,
Like,
for sure,
you know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? But you have to understand the relationships that you're in when you're dealing with money, when you're dealing with business, when you're dealing with your craft, period.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Do not take it personal. If your friends say, look, man, you want this beat, bro, I need 200.
Right.
Pay the 200. Or do a bartering system. Well, fuck it, I'll give you 2 verses for that 200. That's 100 a verse. Usually, if you're doing a feature anyway, you're gonna charge 100 a verse until you blow up.
Sure, sure.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta understand the relationships that you're building. Establish those relationships. Make sure that it's clear. If you need to do contracts, do contracts. Start reading your contract.
Yeah, right?
And if you're independent, start presenting contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still in the process of working out my contracts.
Right.
When I do shows, it's already in the email. Here's what I require. Here's my fee. Here's all I need. I need water and 2 towels.
Yeah, boom.
You understand? I don't need nothing else. I'm not I ain't trying to tax you or
Right.
I'm still a low level nigga. So as opposed to niggas in the game.
Sure.
But don't get it twisted. I'm gonna get what I feel I deserve.
Right.
And all I ask is for some water and 2 towels. and my bread.
Right, and that's it. And we good.
A lot of people don't treat their craft as, you know, they don't treat themselves as professionals.
We have to treat it as
you know what I mean? You fall off.
And then, you
instantly
know,
with that.
and then also, you know what I'm saying, understand that everybody ain't hating on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean by that? What you mean by that?
Everybody ain't hating on you. You know, if motherfucker don't like your music, they just don't like your music. That don't mean that they hate what
That's
you
a
do.
common verse. If I don't like it,
understand?
I don't like it. That
I
don't
mean,
mean that I'm
it's just-
hating.
Hey.
It's just a motherfucker being brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, because as an artist, that's all that you really want is the honesty and the opinion of the fans that you're trying to acquire.
Right.
So if one of the people tell you this shit is whack, then you need to listen to the song again.
Yeah.
Go back and find out the reason why you think that they said that shit was whack and change it.
That's it.
That don't mean, oh, this bitch ass nigga hate.
Yep.
Blah, blah. No, just go fix it. It may be the quality. It may be the fact that you mixed it wrong.
Right,
it may
right,
be
right.
your beat is too loud and they can't hear what the fuck you saying on your vocals. Because that's a common practice here where the beat is just entirely too loud and I can't hear shit you saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you just gotta understand, like, everybody's not hating on you. They're actually giving you constructive criticism. You just gotta know what's constructive and what's destructive.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop taking offense to everything.
And get your fucking heart off your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Get it off.
God
Get it off,
damn.
internet.
You know what I'm saying?
That's that
niggas-
crab in the
I mean,
barrel
niggas
shit we
supposed
was
to be.
talking about.
All these niggas supposed to be the toughest niggas in America, but you can't
But
take
get-
criticism.
Right. Get
You know what
sensitive
I'm
as hell
saying?
off
You
of that.
killing every nigga on the block and you selling all his work,
you can't take a beat
but
now.
you can't take
Yeah.
criticism. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a motherfucker saying your shit whack. You need to change this, that, and the other. But you'll shoot a nigga in the face for it. So
That's
like,
easier, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I ain't trying to.
That's real
I
shit.
hate to be facetious.
No,
but
no. Don't be sensitive, Sherm.
That's real shit, though.
When I'm throwing shots at your ass,
That's
it's
real
chaps. Don't be
shit.
sensitive, nigga.
Hey,
Take that shit as
crazy.
criticism.
Hey, take if I catch you outside.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
See these hands, bro. Don't ever talk about my princess.
I mean, this shit's just crazy. It's mind-boggling to me, man. Like, I mean, you can't be this super tough nigga and you can't take criticism about your music.
Hardcore rapper, but he's glossy.
You know, my thing is, man, do not wear your emotions on your sleeve in this game because everybody not worth your fucking time
Word up.
anyway.
Word
So
up.
the opinions of another motherfucker shouldn't matter. If you feel like you're doing the right thing, then keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you have diehard people that's telling you this shit is whack, then obviously something's
There it
wrong.
is. Something's
You
gotta
know what I'm
change,
saying?
man.
And it's not saying that you're whack.
Right.
It's saying that song is whack. Because you may have some bang. I mean, I heard so many niggas, dog, that have full projects, and I only like 3 songs out of them. But I bang them 3 songs to death. You see what I'm saying?
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
I put the CD in just to bang those 2-3 songs because I like those fucking songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I didn't frisbee your album onto 96. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a freeway internet.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. They don't know. So I ain't frisbee your shit on the freeway because I like at least 2 of your songs. You know what I'm saying? And I see, for me, I got a ton of Detroit music.
Sure.
And I support everybody from the D.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I have like over 200 CDs.
Yeah.
In my catalog of nothing but Detroit music.
Sure.
And I ain't gonna lie, all the shit ain't good.
No, at all.
But they have songs on their shit that I like. You know what I'm saying? So it may just be one song on the CD. I just throw that bitch in. Like, yeah, I want to hear this one song.
Yeah, and that's
you know what I'm saying? Take that bitch out, put another CD in. Okay, he got about 2 or 3 on here that I like. I mean, it's just being real. So I keep everything because I gain inspiration.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like even with the trap shit and the dope boy shit,
Sure.
I gain inspiration off of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I can tell that story. You know what I'm saying? I got the credentials and the paperwork to prove it. You understand? So I know I can tell the story.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's not my MO as far as how people see me.
Sure.
So when I try to attack that lane, I do something different. I just talk about my truth now.
That's it.
See, I don't try to glorify what I used to do because it don't even fucking matter. I'm 35 years old. I ain't about to get out here and do it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't made $1 million by now, so I'm good.
That's real.
I'm content with where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Music.
Internets, check it out, man. We sitting here with Pierre Anthony, man. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, man. Get back to the second half. You know what I'm saying? Pierre, you joining us for the second half, right?
For sure.
Oh, for sure. That's where it's at. Internets. We gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cue You Don't Love Me, man. I'm gonna have y'all take a listen to this, man, on break and hit you with a little bit of freshly made music, man. This is the Blue Tigers Fitted Show. Be right back.
So I wrote her this note. I said, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. So I'm sitting at my desk and I'm writing this letter and I said, I should have just left you alone when I found out what kind of shit you was on. I thought that our love was strong, but I was wrong. Well, maybe I was just so gone that I couldn't see that you was a hoe. Now it's time for me to move on and get out on my own. Well, I'm still trying to find the reasons why. Yeah, I chose to sacrifice so many years of my life. Well, all we did together was fuss and fight. Yeah, and I spent too much time trying to make shit right. But now I see the truth. I didn't mean shit to you. See, I was just someone that you could use, and I let you do it. So is the use of trying to say me and you when you don't really love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. Said you don't love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. So I'm at the point in this letter, I'm thinking about that shit, man, and she pissed me off. I say, damn, now that I know the truth, I ain't got no more kickings for you. You can go ahead and do what you do, 'cause baby, I'm through with you. And please just leave me alone. I'd appreciate it if you stop writing me notes, 'cause baby, I'm moving on now that you're gone. Yeah, I'm still trying to find the reasons why. Yeah, I chose to sacrifice so many years of my life. Well, all we did together was fuss and fight. Well, and I spent too much time trying to make shit right. But now I see the truth. I didn't mean shit to you. I was just someone that you could use, and I let you do it. So what is the you trying to save me and you when you don't really love me like you say you do? No, 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 no. You don't love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. So I got so mad, I just wrote a rap about this bitch. I just said, you know what? I don't need you in my life no more, man. That shit was a joke, and I can't believe I believed all that shit you wrote. It was so naive of me to believe your quotes. Believe you me, I see what you need me for. Want me to feed that seed, but that seed ain't me. So what makes you believe I'ma shortchange me? Talk to them niggas that be all up in your feed and give you some cheese, cause you ain't getting shit from me. I seen the truth, mind you playing me. And all you did was fuck me and sell me dreams. Behind my back is fuck you, keep buying me things. If you were true, I would've cashed out that diamond ring. But see, you fucked that up, going against the G. So I see how it got to be. What's the USE of even you and me continuing to fake what will never be? I see the truth. I didn't mean shit to you. I was just someone that you could use, and I let you do it. So what is the you trying to save me and you when you don't really love me like you say you do? No, 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 no. You don't love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. You don't love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. You don't love me like you say you do. No, no. You don't love me like you say you do. Say you do. You don't love me like you say you do. Like you say you do. You don't love me like you say you do. You don't love me like you say you do. You don't love me like you say you do. No, 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 no. Love me like you say you do.
Blue Tiger spit it. Internets were back again. Again, Pierre Anthony in the studio. You know, that was the track, man. You know, You Don't Love Me. You know what I'm saying? Had it come through and then freshly made music, man. You know, adding his extra beats on top of that. Fresh.
Yeah, y'all need to go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like in the room.
Oh,
together.
you put something on it?
Freshly made music got something,
yeah.
man. You got some.
You got to send that.
This is the same guy. Freshly made music has been a hermit for like 18 years.
Yep.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, he's got a time capsule of music,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And he comes out whenever he wants, like a fucking groundhog. And
I'm
shit,
convinced
bro.
he just makes some shits, buries them in some kind of vault.
That's it.
Said do not open
you be
until
Cortez in the
2025
Yeah,
and
and
shit.
he's like,
And then that's when he
be
dropped it.
Cortez in
He
the
leaves it at some fucking college or some shit for them to open it for some ceremony and shit.
I'm an artist and I'm
God damn,
sensitive
man.
about my shit. Yeah. No,
man,
it's
you
the same
be
kind of nigga
Cortez
that's-
in the beats, man.
Yeah. He don't know when the moon's
Oh,
right, the
modest
wind
ass nigga
blows,
now.
and the stars align.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I dabble a little
I
bit,
dabble
you
a
know.
bit. Nigga been dabbling for 19 years. The hell? Get this music out here, fresh. The internet's love this shit. Our audience loves it. You know what I'm saying? Freshly made beats. We hear that shit all the time. Freshly made music. People be like, yo, man, who does y'all beats in the intro, man? Who does y'all
Right.
freshly made music? Follow him, Internets.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my email address before I leave.
Yeah, man. Internet's got to definitely follow you, man, on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Pierre Anthony Music, all one word. Pierre Anthony Music, all one word. You know what I'm saying? Got the followers up, man. So while we were on break, man, I was looking, man. The dreads was a little bit shorter in Chicago, man.
Yeah,
you heard?
Yeah.
You had the regular ass Tom flannel on, as I like to call it. Regular ass be rocking the Eddie Bauer. You know what I'm saying?
You shoot it? Hey, he hit the small corner.
You ranking?
Wait a minute.
I'm like, the locks was a little shorter back there. That was 5 years ago, though, Internet. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Look at the minute. And, you know what I'm saying? And Pierre had the ladies all in the front and shit. You know, so this joint I was pulling up, in the Shouttown and Motown Showdown.
Actually here.
Okay, so it was in the D.
Yeah.
The whole first 2-3 rows was ladies in this joint, man.
Yeah, it was
and they were spitting the shit back.
And most of them were from Chicago.
That's crazy.
I feel like I know you said your thing with your wife is all good, but I feel like 3 rows women just shouting your lyrics back is nothing but trouble.
She
for
got to be giving you a look at least. Like,
come on,
absolutely
man.
not. I'm super positive. You know, she's so confident. She's so confident.
Yeah, she probably smirking like.
Look, she be like, yeah, look at this nigga.
Yeah, she be like,
look. She probably be saying in her mind, he think he gonna get some other pussy tonight. You know what I'm saying? But no, real talk, man. She's so confident. She trusts me, man. She know what it is with me.
Yeah.
Man. She know I'm coming home. I'm bringing that paper home to the crib.
That's
you know
it.
what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, nigga, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? The women love me. I love the women.
Hey, they
It's just
they
that
paying
simple.
customers shit.
paying customers.
So,
This
hey.
guy
And
sounds
so,
like
you
a
know,
fucking grotto over here.
You know, the music like a gigolo business, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay like you weigh, baby. So
like the way you can stay. That's what I'm talking
you know what I'm
about.
saying?
So let me ask you this, man. I'm into Instagram, man. We were at an event, like I said, a couple weeks ago, the Connected Podcast Experience, and we were just talking about the importance, man, of social media, right? Being able to touch so many people, through the waves of digital content. You know what I'm saying? You got cats in Brussels and
Right.
Yeah, Brussels, nigga, look it up. Google it.
I know
It's
what
a
the
place.
fuck it is, nigga.
All right, don't
shit
sound
sounds
shocked
funny.
when I say it.
Say what you was fucking
God
saying.
damn it.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't
there's
come for me.
yeah,
Pause.
beyond, yeah, pause. Pause, I'm coming for you. Nigga.
Pause, I'm with
Fuck. Good pause. Talk about like again the importance of social media, man. Getting out upon your boundaries, man. Like obviously you want to lock down the city, start local,
Right.
And how do what's the importance of social media to you? How important?
Well,
do
the
you think
importance
it
of
is
social media to me is using it for what you initially are intended to use it for. When I started my social media page, I initially started to promote my music. And so, that's what I do. I promote my music. Now, I could be in the studio doing a live video, or I could be talking shit at a venue.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm still promoting music, whether it be mine or anybody else's. Excuse me. Because I think, all that extra shit is just really uncalled for. Like, even on my personal page, I had to cut down on all that extra shit and telling my personal life because niggas felt like they knew me. And I'm like, nah, you can't just say what you want to say to me in public, nigga. Because you see some shit on the internet and you think you could just, nigga, I'll beat your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted, nigga. I'm still a nigga from the hood. Dog, I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it come to that. So I had to stop. I had to understand and understand that, your business is not everybody's business unless it's pertaining to business. Does that make sense?
Very much.
Yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? So it's like, fuck that. I'm going to use this for what it's supposed to be used for. And I'm going to, tell my daily story like, hey, I feel good. How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this is the thing,
Shit
like man. So we had, I don't know if you're familiar with this cat, man. Internet's is familiar with this guy, Premium Pete, out of New York. Okay. And this is a cat that we had on last week's episode. Dude's done everything from sneakers, on his own business from sneakers, to currently now a website with Bun B, you gotta eat this.com, because dude is into food. And he has a Premium Pete show. So he actually has a podcast show. He interviews all type of celebrities, artists, and we're talking like down to the LL Cool J's, to the J. Cole's, to the Consequences, to whomever, right? Everybody we normally fucks with now. And I want you to talk a little bit, you don't have to go in exact detail, but he was also too locked down for about 5 years. I think 5.5 years. He did his thing, and had a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Same type of situation. Was wife at one point, ex-wife, and this is all common knowledge. Internet knows this. Ex-wife at one point, and then got out, and it's totally changed things around, like a total 180. You know what I'm saying? And you know, is dope, right? So I want to talk about that mentality because a lot of people like what we get portrayed at on movies and TV and shit is like cats has been locked down and you know doing their thing and you know coming out it's a little bit more difficult because they can't get certain jobs, right?
The baby boys
looked at differently, right? Like how does one, you know what I'm saying, keep that motivation and inspiration to hone in and really do what you do, man?
It's definitely not easy.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
Like I was telling y'all during the break, it takes a lot of dedication.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of grinding. It takes a lot of wanting to just want better for yourself.
Sure.
Like I ain't always have a car when I came home. You know what I'm saying? When it came to this music, I did not have a support system. The only system I had was me and my wife, my present wife. At the time, she was just my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And it was just us. And so I was walking to venues like miles.
Yeah.
I was catching the bus, you know what I'm saying, to the studio every day. I was paying for studio time every day, making $25, $30 and taking that $25, $30 and putting it on an hour and making like 2-3 songs real quick. You know, they wasn't the best quality, but it was the motivation I needed to keep me going because I would still put it on the CD and sell that bitch for the $5 when I go to venues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was definitely a difficult. For me, I'm gonna speak personally because my grind was hard and it's still hard, and I'm not even about to sugarcoat it.
Sure.
The shit was real, dog.
Right.
It's been times, nigga, I ain't had no lights. It's been times I couldn't pay rent and I was almost getting evicted.
Yeah.
I moved 6 times in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard because I put a lot of my money into my career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if me and my queen the only one funding it, yeah, she work in corporate America, but then we got 3 kids we got to feed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we putting all of this time into each other's.
Sure.
Because my queen want to do shit too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? My queen's a manager. She loves the book and shit. She loves doing her radio show. You know what I'm saying? She loves it because that's something that helps her mentally.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at the end of the day, you know, you gotta have somebody that's willing to go the mile with you. And thank God I had her. You know what I'm saying? Because without her, I wouldn't be shit. And I'm gonna just keep it 1,000, or I still be out here struggling. You know what I'm saying?
real.
So
Right.
as a real man and as a real nigga, period. You know what I'm saying? Without her, I wouldn't be shit. I wouldn't know half of the people I know. I wouldn't be in half of the places I'd have been to. You know what I'm saying? And that's just been it's difficult. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, but.
Now, knowing the amount of grind you done put into it all,
You know what I'm saying?
when you hear other people, excuse me, make crazy excuses for what they doing out here, how do you feel about that?
Unacceptable.
You know what
Unacceptable.
I'm saying? Flat out.
And a lot of my people said I made it hard for niggas. I made it hard for niggas to make excuses because I was on the book, channeling everything that I did. Hey, I'm on the bus. I'm about to head to the studio. I got to shoot to this other move, or I'll be going live on my bike. Motherfucker got mad at me. One of my good friends, his name is Henry Taylor.
Shout out to Henry.
Shout out to Henry Taylor, man. FEG Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? He got mad at me because I rode my bike from Joy Road in Greenfield to the studio in 90-degree weather.
Hey.
And all I had was a shot of Hennessy and a bottle of water.
Oh, you was playing with fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Castles on fire.
And he was like, man, why you ain't call me? Oh, I'm like, man, cause I can't keep waiting on niggas to do shit for me. I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
Like, man, fuck that, dog. Don't you ever do that shit again. You could have died. And I was sweating like a slave, but I was, you know, I was mobbing. You know what I'm saying? I was mobbing. And I was buzzing and shit, so I ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, let shit be bad. You know, I got my headphones on. I'm on my motherfucking 10 speed. Nigga, I'm getting it. But yeah, man, like I made it hard for niggas to make excuses.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, here's the thing. You find a way to get everywhere else. Right? You find a way to get to the club. You find a way to get to work. You find a way to get to everything that you want to do. But when it's something that's beneficial to your career, you want to make an excuse for it, like studio time, or you need to get to the studio. If you can find a way to get everywhere else, you can find a way to get to the booth.
Sure.
Ain't no excuse. So I made it to a point where you couldn't have no excuse because I was catching 4 buses, 5 even from Plymouth, Michigan, all the way to Warren. And if anybody who don't know on the internet, Plymouth, Michigan to Warren, Michigan is approximately 67 miles.
Yeah, it's Detroit, and 4 buses. That had to be about a 6-hour ride.
Man, it was easy.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry, not 67, 37.
So yeah, 37.
Like 37 miles.
And that's like the little shit you see on Google. You know how you got your
So
shit
I'm
on
like,
the
you
drive.
gotta
Like, oh,
go.
nigga, this ain't 5 minutes away, but that's through a drive.
Yeah, that's a
But
drive.
little man, it's
you
like,
catch a bus, you catching that Iron Pimp, nigga. You already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made it hard for niggas to make excuses because I wanted it. I got to every venue. I got to everything that I committed to on time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even with the walking and extra shit, I got there on time. Because if you want this shit, you're going to be committed to what it is that you want. And I want this shit. So I go out and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't make excuses because you can't.
You know, I'm surprised you don't have book writer, author in your resume now.
Nah, man. I could, if I write a book, man, niggas wouldn't believe it. But it's like
That's
you know,
exactly
why you should write a book.
Yeah, man.
Like it's
That shit
crazy
out.
because I tried to write it. I tried to start writing it, but I didn't know
Okay.
where to begin.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Pen to paper, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
it.
don't know where to begin, but
Pen to paper.
But the grind is real, man. And like I said, I think if I got millions now, matter of fact, I'll say this. If I'd have got millions back in 2010, 2011, I wouldn't appreciate it as much as I will now. By it being 2018.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to grow up mentally. I had to grow up as a man first because you got to remember, I lost 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole 20s was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was 27 years old when I got out of prison. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got out of prison, a year later, I got married.
Right.
So I went from one contract to another. You dig what I'm saying? That's just being 100. You know what I'm saying? And I've been married ever since. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even with the hardships and everything, fights, fusses, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We still together. And it's about to be 10 years next year. So I'm like, my thing is, you have to want to, in anything in life, period. This ain't just got to deal with music, just with anything. You got to want it.
So it sounds like, you know, real strong-willed, man, personality. Like you say, you had the wifey there to hold you down.
Yeah.
Do you ever at any point, even now, when you're performing or setting up somewhere, you ever still get nervous?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I it's this thing I do before I perform.
You do the Eminem shit?
I pace.
Palms are steady.
No, I pace. I pace.
Okay.
I got a thing where I can't sit still.
Mm.
Like if I know I'm about to go on stage, they like you two acts down the line. I just start pacing.
Motion creates
Like,
emotion.
I start pacing.
Yeah.
Or I be walking around the room, or I just start talking to people to kind of get energy
Yeah.
Right.
from
Yeah.
somewhere
Get
else
in that
other
mode.
than myself. I need to get in my mode.
Yeah.
Or I just go outside and blow a cigarette.
Yeah.
And be pacing up and down the street like, okay, such. I say my prayer.
Yeah.
And when I come back in, I'm good.
Focus.
I'm like, okay, let's
Yeah.
work. Come to the stage, Pierre Anthony. Yeah, and I talk my shit when I get on stage.
Yeah.
All right,
right.
anybody who don't know me, nigga, y'all know I'm an energy junkie. So whatever you get to me, I'm gonna get to you. What up, though? They be like, what up, though? That let me know I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. So
It's
that's
like-
the thing. Like, so do you, like, when you go out there, so when you performing, you know, and again, you've done it multiple times over now, so it's nothing, you know, but what or who specifically do you look at? Any particular one person in the crowd? Do you look over the crowd? Is even a crowd there? Is it just kind of blacked out? Like,
and what's funny is at first I used to close my eyes.
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not a good thing because I had to learn to engage the crowd
Correct.
to keep the crowd into what it is that I'm doing. When I finally learned how to keep my eyes open, I started focusing on the finest bitch in the room.
Hey, nothing wrong with
You know what
that.
I'm saying? Like,
Nothing wrong with that.
Gotta have a target.
I'll
Cheers to
find
that.
either the
Yeah.
finest bitch in the room, or I would find something that I can actually focus on
Mhm.
and it not throw me off my square.
Sure.
So I would just look at the back wall, but my eyes would still be open, so I see everybody's reaction.
Yeah.
And then when I start performing, then I'll engage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if I come up to you, now I'm talking to you. I'm referring my conversation to you. But once I'm back on that stage, my focus goes back to the wall, but I still see everybody. So it makes it look as though I'm looking at everybody.
Love it.
It's
that's
just
real.
a little trick.
That comes from
Little
learning.
performance trick. Hey, shameless plug. Hey, this is copywritten, you know what I'm saying? Pierre Productions, LLC.
Yeah. you already know.
On my Talladega Night shit.
Oh, I tell you. That's exactly
What's
it.
the biggest learning experience you've had from one of your performances? Like, was there a performance where like you absolutely killed it and was like, man, I'm gonna do this every time, or is it one that like you completely was like that just wasn't feeling it that night? And you was like, you know what, I should have did this better, or
I've
whatever.
never had one of those, thank God. I'm
God.
not gonna plastic.
Right now,
But I will say this. I had a performance where I was super drunk,
Mm-hmm.
and it was being recorded.
Mm.
And I was, mind you, I still killed it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at it as though, had I been sober, I would have murdered this shit. I killed him because it took me extra shots to fucking kill him. But if I'd have just hit that one headshot, he'd have been down. You see what I'm saying? When I seen that performance, I was, one, ashamed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go front. I was fucked up because I was like, damn, nigga, you can't.
Look at me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was really, really, really groggy. I was dragging a little bit. I was falling behind the cadence. I was just doing all kind of dumb shit. That was the learning experience for me. So now I do not drink before I go on stage at all.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I make it a point to say, if I got a performance, if I do want to drink, I'm gonna wait till after I get off that stage. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the shots gonna keep coming anyway because they're gonna love what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I just save it for after the performance. After that actual being able to see it, it kind of put me in a state like
changed everything.
Oh yeah, fuck. I say no. That will never happen. To me. I was very embarrassed because it was with people that I love to be with.
Yeah,
and it's like it's embarrassing to them. Not more so to more so to myself as an artist, but it was more embarrassing to them because it made them look bad as well. Now we know this as the band, but they didn't give a fuck because they were already blown. But that's not the point.
Yeah, you're trying to maintain.
That's not the point. You're trying
to.
You always had to be professional at all times, and even though they were blown and could care less about what we were saying or what we were doing, but they were enjoying themselves.
Right.
The main thing was they were enjoying themselves. But for me, I'm looking at me like, nigga, come on, bro, you tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping. And from that point on, I do not drink before I do a show.
That's what's up, man.
I do not drink before I do.
That's a good lesson.
You gotta respect that.
Let me ask, what's the place where you get the most love or felt the most love or got the best vibes and energy from outside of Detroit? You know what I mean?
Arizona. Arizona.
They just love that real raw Detroit shit out there.
They just appreciate real music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
and to be honest, real musicians are
real musicians, right?
Yeah.
And musicianship. I think that's
exactly.
what it is.
Right,
and I was so professional with it because I came out prepared. When people were asking for CDs, I had 100 CDs ready. Like, yeah, I got the CDs on deck. Well, make sure you check me out. It's my last night here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to hit the flight. You know what I'm saying? Head back to the D. Nigga got bills to pay. Holla at a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, I was on, but I made myself act like I was a part of their culture.
Right.
And in turn, they respected the fact that I came out there and was ready. I wasn't on no bullshit. I ain't come out there making excuses as to why I can't get on stage. I didn't come out there unprepared or ill prepared. I came out there ready to work, ready to grind. They can respect that.
That's that
you know what I'm saying?
Detroit hustle in the flesh right there.
Then you got motherfuckers from Flint there. I had no idea. But I got the Flint Lives Matter shirt on. So that helped boost my confidence even more because now they're asking me to take pictures with my shirt. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, like I said, I don't speak on the political issues, but I see them. So I wear shit or I do shit to show that I appreciate who you are. Because I've done many shows in Flint. And I love going to Flint. Because they love me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to always go to Flint. They asked me to come out there coming up. I don't know when, but I'll make sure I get that to you. Right, but I'll definitely be going up there very, very soon to rock out again. You know what I'm saying? I had the opportunity to perform Mama Soul up there. So it's like, and she hip hop guru up there, dog. Like queen of the hip hop up there. She cold, bro. But yeah, anyway. But AZ has been very, very, very good to me. Flint has been very good to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pontiac as well.
Yaktown.
Pontiac as well. I have a lot of friends in Pontiac. I mean, real friends in Pontiac. You know what I'm saying? So, Pontiac as well has been good to me.
Shout out to Roast Spit.
Who else? Man, where else? The last place I've been, Chicago.
Well, we practically cousins in the shot.
I get
anyway,
mad
so,
love in Chicago though. Like
I can picture
it's
that.
ridiculous because I done been on both sides.
Right.
Matter of fact, all three sides, north, south, and west,
Okay.
and killed it everywhere I went. And they love me out there, and I love them because they come here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful relationship that I have out there with them, and it's a little different from Arizona because it's just so far. But that Chi-Town love, dog, is when you can get the shot on your team, dog. You good.
That's a whole other thing.
You
Let
good.
me ask you this, Pierre. Is another any particular artist you want to collaborate with that you haven't already?
Damn.
Anybody in mind that would be?
It's quite a few, man.
That would be dope. Shoot out a couple, local or non-local, man. You know.
I would love to do a collaboration with Big Sean.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds ill traditional, but
No,
I would love to do a song with Big Sean.
Do you think that? Do you think? Let me ask you that. So since that's that, do you think cats like him or people that make it real big out of their cities forget?
No, I think he represents the city well.
Yeah,
I really do. I mean, he's came back home and gave back to cats
several times.
Yeah.
several times. You know what I'm saying? Like he from OD, so you know what I'm saying. I already know what time it is. He from out of Drive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He from the West Side too. You know what I mean? So I took on the mantra as the West Side's finest because I was underground doing the same shit he doing in the mainstream.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But I really respect his hustle. I respect his craft, and I respect the fact that he came home and he gave back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put a platform for these kids to be able to get out of here too. He know how tough it is, you know what I'm saying? And he may not been that type of street nigga, you know what I'm saying? We don't know what Sean's life was like. You can't judge a motherfucker by what type of music he make. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what type of nigga Sean was like. But I know Sean a dog ass MC. You know what I'm saying? And I seen the nigga battles when he was at, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, killing niggas at Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? So young Sean, niggas niggas don't, but Sean is dope to me because yeah, he got millions. Yeah, he got this, he got that. He doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? But his hustle, nigga, is impeccable.
Right.
And he's loyal to his team.
So Pierre Anthony music, what's next, man? What can the internets and the people listening to this show expect to see from you? Because I'm gonna be honest, man, our listeners are some harsh critics. Anybody we have on here, they be like, man, you better make sure they whack. We're gonna follow these niggas in 6 months, a year from later. And Teak, if you had them on your show, we know that you tell us that they hot. And 6 months to a year now, I want to be hearing something doing
Well,
something.
one thing that ain't gonna be said is I'm whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You can check my resume in the streets for that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get that in the clear right now. Nigga. Nah, but 100, man. I'm about to, you know, put this mixtape together. I'm finishing the mixtape. I'm still gonna ride the wave of the To Know Me album.
Word.
I'm really thinking about getting up with Dean Beans again to re-release it.
Okay.
After he releases his album, of course, because I want him to get his shine as well. But I definitely would love to re-release it. I'm gonna be dropping a mixtape called Talk My Shit coming very soon.
All right.
It's gonna be on. I took some new wave beats and put my own flavor to it.
Dope.
And I'm also working on my second project, which is called Organized Chaos.
Okay.
I'm thinking about dropping at the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I gotta let this first. I gotta let this
Let
first
it breathe.
album. Got to let this first album breathe first
Yeah.
before I give any more. But don't be surprised if you see a single here,
Yeah.
a single there,
Yeah.
a video here, a video there. I also got more videos too, so make sure y'all go to my YouTube page and check it out.
Yeah, definitely check that out, man.
Look at the video with my CBM brother. Shout out to CBM, Nate Nassa. You know what I'm saying? Real Money. You know what I'm saying? All my bros over there at CBM. Thump, what up? And we got some shit in the works too. So make sure y'all check them videos out. Yeah, it's a lot of shit going on, man. Shout out to my nigga Blaze, you know, doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta show love to Blaze. Blaze been my nigga since high school. You know what I'm saying? So Blaze doing this thing too. Look out for his shit.
Okay.
Sugar Wells, she coming. This one of my artists. You know what I'm saying? We getting our album together. I'm finishing her album up on the production tip. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I know at one point I ran into you guys doing a showcase on. Are y'all still doing that? on the joint on the west side on Telegraph.
Oh, the Bullfrog.
The Bullfrog.
That's that was a venue I actually got booked for. You know what I'm saying?
I figured you would have had your whole squad in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, it's a lot of things we got to work out. You know what I'm saying in the background. But we gonna take care of it. But like I said, my homegirl Sugar Will, man, I got to make sure her shit get out this year too. So. We about to make that shit pop. Be on the lookout for that shit too.
Listen, man, I want to appreciate you, man, taking time out your night. Come out here, chop it with us.
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying? Internets, I know, is going to appreciate the interview. Thank you for being real,
doubt.
honest. You know, thank you for not hitting me with the corporate answer like, well, you know, basically. I
was going to do it, but I thought y'all had, I thought the FCC regulations was over. But when you said no, I'm like, fuck it.
Let them go. Yeah, you know, Sherm's asses, chaps appreciates it, I'm sure.
Super pause.
Wow.
Hey, he's Steph Curry tonight. He's
Yeah,
full of
he
light
did.
skin.
It's killing you, dog. I'm talking about
Splash,
Clay.
motherfucker.
Splash brothers.
This was like last finals over here.
Oh.
Shit. God damn.
Nigga,
I'm overwhelmed.
He hit you about 20 of them bitches.
This is what happened when Steph started to cook, huh?
Starting to cook. Hit up with that slow stir.
I see.
But yeah, though, man, I'm definitely.
But check it out, man. Internet's check out, man. Pierre Anthony music on IG, man.
West Side
Check him
Swine
out
is in the building.
on YouTube, man. We appreciate your time this evening, brother, man. And Internet's, of course, check us out, man. SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher. You know we got that whole Blue Tigers Fitted network. I got the Daily Brew podcast. My homeboy LV from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
Check him out on the Daily Brew. And of course, my G-Spot girls. You heard? Nat and Tell. Woo!
Yeah.
Hit the G-Spot.
Hey, man, fuck Tico, man. Be more what up, say more what up.
And we out of here, Internet. Peace. It's fresh. I need a hat, huh?
Yeah, no, I saw it in the picture, you know what I'm saying? It was just glaring, that's all.
Let that shit go, nigga.
Authentic.
Scarface, nigga, let's go.
Got into a cat fight. Got into a light-skinned man fight.
Pause on that. Pause. Pause on the light skin man fight.
You like skin man do that scratch?
Yeah. I don't like this. I don't like this new Sherm. We gotta get this nigga some alcohol. Sherm be on some fuckboy shit over here.
He's on his squid.
That's hilarious.
What's this shit here? Oh, protein shake Sherm. I don't like this nigga. Bring my friend back. Fuck this nigga, man.
Bring my friend back.
Yeah, this nigga here.
Please alcohol.
That's the title,
I
bro.
don't like. Yeah,
Bring my friend back.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that.